Miss Laura, and these are our Junior Books November reads. The first book that I want to tell you about is part of our Easy Chapter book series called I Survived. More than a century later, the Galveston hurricane of 1900 is still America's deadliest disaster. Lauren Tarshis' story, I Survived the Galveston Hurricane of 1900, is about one child surviving the horrible events that turns with a page-turning action and definitely bold hope. The city of Galveston, Texas was booming, perched on an island off the south shore of Texas. Galveston had been founded in the 1830s. By 1900s, it was Texas's richest and most important city. Boats loaded up with American cotton and wheat steamed from Galveston to countries all around the world. Arriving ships were crowded with immigrants. The streets paved with crushed oyster shells sparkled like they'd been sprinkled with diamonds. True, this glittering city was prone to flooding, but just a few years before, a weather forecaster had said the idea of a hurricane striking Galveston was absurd. So when the storm started brewing on September 8th, 1900, no one believed it would be any worse than any of the other previous storms. They gathered on the beach to cheer on the wild waves. But what started as entertainment soon turned into nightmare as those wild waves crashed into the city. By morning, hundreds of homes were destroyed. 8,000 people were dead. The city had all but disappeared. So can our youth survive this hurricane? The next book I want to tell you about is a book called The Beatrice Prophecy by DiCamillo, and it's one of our chapter books. In a time of war, a mysterious child appears at a monastery of the Order of the Chronicles of Sorrowing. Gentle brother Edic finds the girl Beatrice curled in a stall, racked with a fever and coated in dirt and blood, and holding fast to the ear of Answelica the goat. As the monk nurses Beatrice to help, he uncovers her dangerous secret, one that imperils them all, for the king of the land seeks just such a girl. And brother Edic, who penned the prophecy himself, knows why. The fiction book for this month is The Delish Kids Cookbook by Joanna Saltz. This best ever kids book from Delish is filled with recipes that make cooking so much fun. Throughout, young chefs will learn basic skills like how to make a gooey grilled cheese sandwich. The secret? Use a waffle iron. And upgrade your favorite store-bought foods. Chicken nuggets? Yeah! Woohoo! Chapters include recipes for breakfast like banana split oatmeal, snacks like Cool Ranch chickpeas, lunches and dinners like chorizo tacos, hot dog cubanos, and best ever, fettuccine alfredo. Do we need to say more? And party eats, of course. Plus, 2 whole chapters included are restaurant copycat recipes and desserts and snacks inspired by beloved pop culture characters. The final book is the first book in a graphic novel series called Samson. This first volume is The Cookout by Rashad, Doucet, and Jason Reeves. When it comes to the kitchen, no one knows cooking better than 12-year-old Samson. He is a hero when it comes to testing recipes and supplying copious amounts of dragon noodle soup at his family's cookouts. It's tough being a master chef, though, when the rest of the family are world-famous superheroes, and they expect Pax to take up the beacon to keep the world safe with his telekinetic powers. Pax's home planet of Saltz is home to all walks of life, including humans, gods, as well as elves, orcs, dragons, sprites, and other fantasy races known as the Enchanted. All are living in modern society to our own. Among them is the Samson family, led by the fearless and mighty Grandma Samson, the greatest superhero to ever live and the person responsible for always saving Saltz. When trouble strikes, she's been doing it for hundreds of years, but she's ready for the younger generation of Samsons, including Pax, to step up. When the mad-gone Odin, longtime enemy of the enchanted race, and arch-rival to Grandma, resurfaces in another attempt to regain power. Pax will attempt to put his training into practice, but he might just end up making things worse. Tempted to hang up the superhero cape and stick to the kitchen, Pax faces his toughest decision yet when a legendary savior of the enchanted people arrives, along with a startling discovery that there might be parts of Solita's history that are wrong. Pax, determined to protect his family and friends, will do everything he can to stop the new threats on disrupting the peace between humans and the enchanted. All right, I hope you enjoy these books. I'll see you next month in December for December Reads.